This is WTTW Channel 11 Chicago. It's 6 o'clock. It's time now for the nightly business report for this Friday, February 10th, 1984. Good evening, I'm Peter Wiggins. It is What's Happening. Producer prices rose 0.6% in January, the sharpest gain in more than a year. The increase caused in large part by a 2.7% rise in food prices surpassed some economists, but they said there were no reason to think that inflation would reignite it or reignite it. Retail food prices could rise between 4% and 7% this year because of higher meat prices, Agriculture Secretary John Block said. Paul Volcker insisted that the Federal Reserve will not try to prevent a rise in interest rates that they might be caused by huge deficits seem to finally to awaken. Congress and the White House to the fiscal and political dangers inherent the deficits. Stock prices recovered modestly at the end of the worst week in 15 months. Volume slipped, but it was still a busy $92.2 million shares. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose sub 1,962, 1,160.70, but analysts said that the gain did not reflect real strength. The Fed is meeting in its targets for growth of the money supply, according to its revised data. The target was met despite sharp $3 billion jump in the basic M1 measure for the week ended on February 1st, but the increase was expected and had little effect on the credit market when prices fell for the 6th consecutive day. The dollar was mixed in choppy trading after being buffeted by the news of the death of Yuri Andropov. Gold fell $1 an ounce in New York to $37.50. Prices fell. Livestock and meat futures plunged after another report discouraged consumption of fatty and smoky foods was released by the American Cancer Society.
Blog about plant-based eating.
Local defaulted on a pact with utilities building a nuclear plant at 9 Mile Point 2 on Lake Ontario. The Long Island utility missed a $1.1 million payment Thursday and said that it would not spend any more on the plant, which is 2 years and to $4.2 billion away from competition and completion. Local has an 18% share in the plant. Local should absorb at least $1.5 billion of the cost of its own nuclear plant at Shoreham. The staff of the State Public Service Commission said that customers should pay a maximum of $2.3 billion. Gulf said it had learned that T. Boone Pickens planned to tender from 61 million Gulf shares, which could
Our little group, this team, Ryan and Melissa, your turn.
Hi.
or it could give his
This is Ryan.
group majority to control. Gulf said any shares offer would hurt Gulf shareholders in it, authorized its board to sue Mr. Wiggins for market manipulation and other violations of securities laws. A Texas court issued a temporary order barring Coastal from going ahead with its unwelcome takeover bid for Houston Natural Gas. The impact of the ruling was unclear, but traders said it might give Houston Natural Gas a way to fend off Coastal. American Financial raised its stake in United Brands to 45.4% by buying large blocks of stock from Maxim Fisher, a director and partnership owned by Paul Milstein, the company's president, and its brother Seymour, chairman. GM's reorganization will take about a year, officials said at an auto show in Chicago, and executives will also predicted that strong sales in the first quarter and displayed a minivan that won't come to market in about a year to compete with Chrysler. LMX is negotiating the sale of its 75% stake in Leslie Faye, which markets and makes women's dresses and sportswear, to its partner's expanded investment group. The original partners bought Leslie Faye 2 years ago for $54 million, and the new leveraged buyout was valued at $169 million. A new fringe benefit is attracting attention, called the flexible spending account. It allows corporation employees to receive part of their pay on a tax-free basis.
Discover the Fringe Riviera courtesy of Colette. Enjoy a
A nuclear waste storage system intended to prevent seepage into the environment was patented. That system uses chemically similar but non-reactive materials in a backfill permanent storage. That was put for this Friday, February 10th, 1984. Pearson, have a good night and a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. Goodbye for now. Here, have a good day. See you on Monday.